What's up YouTube? Beyond Organic Brooklyn here, and today we're going to build a trellis for the 8x3 raised bed. Okay, here you do 2 pilot holes and then use your long deck screws to connect to the standing 2x3. Here I made the mistake of trying to do the stud connector, that stainless steel piece there first. But it's better if you do it after you make the connection to the screws. And then 2 nails to go into it to just secure the connection. And then you do the exact same thing for the other side. And here I did it right, where I put the metal piece on after. Okay, so here I'm using rusty old nails I found in my shed, and I measured 6 inches apart and hammered them away. This is to make the trellis, to wrap the cotton twine around. But then I realized that if I'm gonna make it last, and I don't want to take the trellis down again if the nails heads come off and I can't put the twine around, I decided to use deck screws, 1.25 inches, and it'll last longer. And also when I made the switch, I realized that where I placed my nails was not good. Because then it would be off from where it is at the base. The key to the trellis is to have an even spacing. Now I'm attaching the trellis to the bed. I have it a foot below the top of the bed, and I put 2 screws into the top where the ledge is to sit on. And then the block that I have further down, I put 2 more screws to keep it secure. And not on the video, I actually did a diagonal screw into the longer support post, so I had some lateral protection. Now I am checking to make sure the top screws for the trellis line up with where I plan to put the bottom screws. And now I'm marking the bottom screws every 6 inches. And this will be the bottom of the trellis where the twine connects to make your top and bottom lengths of the trellis. Alright, now once all your spots are marked, you just hit them with the 1.25 inch deck screws. And I like to use the deck screws because you don't want to redo this process, and the deck screws will last a long time. So you can restring the trellis for many seasons. Alright, here I'm just adding linseed oil to certain parts of the bed where particularly the screws were put in and where any cuts were made. And if there were like some natural cracks in the wood, I just wanted to retouch them just so the bed can have that added extra protection. All right, everybody, today I'm going to be putting up the string for the trellis. Even though it snowed, I am still going to go through with it. The more tasks I get done in the winter and early spring, the more I can plant and set up for this growing season. So I shoveled around the bed. I already have the screws all in place, so basically it's just going to be me weaving the 100% cotton cooking twine and making about a 6-inch lattice all the way around. This is my first time using it, so can't guarantee it's going to be awesome or last the whole season, but it's pretty cheap. I think it was like $3 for 500 feet. So, and if it's for cooking and cotton, it's like biodegradable too, so you can just cut it down and then weave the lattice pattern or trellis pattern next season again and have fresh cotton. Okay, now I took the cotton string and I used the lefternmost bottom screw to start with. So once you tie a knot on that, you start going up and then you go over the top to the next screw and then go down. And you continue this pattern the whole way, up, down, until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, then you come up, and what I thought was a better option was weaving it in and out of the top, the vertical strings, so that it gives it some layer of like overlapping. Okay, once you get to the last screw and you finish your pattern. I whip it around a couple times and then did a triple knot and cut off the string. And then I realized, oh man, there's so much give in the trellis string that, you know, it's supposed to provide support for the cucumbers to climb up, but it has too much give, and under the weight of the cucumbers, it might be a problem. All right. The idea is to pull it and make more twists out of it to get it taut. And try not to break it. Okay, so now it's more taut. That's pretty much it. I went around and I did that same process to every screw, as tight as I can make it without going to the extreme to break it. And it's very taut. It looks very nice. I'm really happy I went with this as the trellis, and only time will tell how it works this year.